When you hear the sound of the bell, you know you in the championship rounds with King Amin of Essex, and I'm here with my brother, boxing's own dignitary, J Hardcore of Hardcore Boxing News 51. You like that dignitary, huh? Tell them what it find you right quick, bro, before we jump into the mix.
My name is J Hardcore Boxing News, man. You can catch me on YouTube every morning at 8 o'clock, man, at Hardcore's Hangout, man. We just talk about boxing. Bunch of hardcore degenerates sitting around talking about boxing. You also can find us on Instagram as well at Hardcore Boxing 51. But other than that, you can also find me on Thursdays with my man King Amin at 1 o'clock p.m. and we getting in that sparring, man. Because if you ain't getting no sparring in, you ain't getting no work in. You got to stay sharp, and that's what this does.
Yeah. How you know where you stand if you ain't getting in no work? And for all for my early folks, all my Wawa folks, my 7-Eleven folks, my Quick Check folks, right? When you up getting that coffee, turn your little YouTube on. J Hardcore gonna be there serving it up when you get that fresh cup of Java. You know, I don't think we do Starbucks around here. I don't know. We might have a few Starbucks cats, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I got the Keurig jumping off in the morning. I just popped that little cup in there and bam.
Yeah. And boxing is the perfect way to start the day. We're in the midway through it, so let's get to it. I titled this one Smoke and Mirrors. It's really more smoke than anything. We talked about the conditions out here on the East Coast. And it seems that there's a lot of smoke over this weekend's events. And you notice we didn't do a lot of recap. We jumping right into like what's going on because some of this has been smothered. I don't know if any of these fights, way more than the other, but the recap, let's start there. The GWOAT, of course, man. Did she do a thing or did she do a thing?
Man, that girl can't be touched, bruh. Ain't nobody out there for her. Yeah. She in a league of her own. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to take her all the way up to the heavyweight division to try to get her beat. You know what I'm saying? Or send her back over to the MMA. But other than that, when it comes to stand-up game with them hands, that chick ain't gonna be able to be messed with. I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna start saying. Shadeja Green. That's what they're gonna start talking. They're gonna take up the lightweight to heavyweight, man. Because they know they can't do nothing in that middleweight division and none of that type stuff, man. The girl just bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said, one of the top 5 dead or alive, period, male or female, and definitely the top woman, like, period, right now. Like, and, there's a lot of talk, and it's fair, about not sitting down on the punches and being a little bit too slappy. But I think, like, that's like just such a small nuance. I don't think she's like Floyd. She punch on you and hit you when you don't want to be hit, when you don't see yourself getting hit. Those are the punches that hurt worse than, somebody loading up or being able to deliver, a little bit of power. So I just think that it's the skill, the way she was just popping Cornejo's head back at will, and then for me, it was like, old school, like she just stepped to the middle of the ring with the overhand to let you know this is my space. It wasn't about technique. It was like, yo, this is my space right here. This is mine. And she threw it at the bigger opponent. So I just love that, that whole element to it, man. And you're right. They're gonna be talking, they're gonna ring in that Shadeja Green bell. And I'm not against that. I'm with that, but I'm with it in the sense that a changing of the guard. I don't know that I'm necessarily with the fight because you're talking about several divisions, yeah, man. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. When you talk Clarissa Shields, you're talking about the epitome of the sweet science. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, she might not be dropping them and knocking them out, but the sweet science is to hit and not get hit. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like they walking through her.
No.
She must got enough pop to keep them off of her.
Absolutely. And that's why I said it's like Floyd. People like to talk about knockouts, but power in boxing is subjective, man. Power, it has to be threatening before it becomes, devastating. You know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about let's just get right to the fight week specific, because again, the first thing I want to talk about is Adrian Broner's back in action. Is this
AB is
smoke?
back.
He's back now. Smoke and mirrors. We know what the smoke is about, but the mirrors, is this going to be a true reflection of Adrian Broner? Is this going to be an opportunity for him to, or is this more smoke and mirrors? He got down with Don King and he took us on another ride. You know, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real because that's the only way we get down.
Mm-hmm.
This is smoke and mirrors. They're gonna size up this fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Don King want to make sure that Adrian Broner wins this fight Friday. Okay, and he's not fighting the cab driver. He's not fighting the tomato can. This guy is an actual lawyer. He done stepped up his game. He's not fighting cab drivers no more. He's fighting a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Bill Hutchinson is a lawyer, man.
Esquire. Esquire.
Yes, Esquire. You know what I'm saying? Broner said, once I beat you, bro, I'm going to hire you because I'm tired of my old lawyer. And I'm going to hire you because, you know, if you fight in the ring, I know you'll fight in the courtroom for me.
But look, could this be the attorney that got him the deal? And then this how he get his end back? Like, yo, I'm going to get some of the purse. Like, I got a percentage. Now I'm going to fight you and get some of the purse for the fight that I signed you to Don King. Is this like a total end around? Like, what they doing over there?
It might be the bartering system because, you know, they say Broner ain't got no money. So maybe he had set up the deal for him. And he said, I tell you what, this is how I pay you. Fight me.
Yo, man. And again, we could have fun with this, and I'm sure Adrian Broner can appreciate our sense of humor. But I think, you know, we want this to be a time for reflection. We want us to say, as best as we can against Bill Cunningham, wasn't it Bill Cunningham, Esquire?
See, ain't that crazy? Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
We don't know. We ain't never heard of him until now, bruh.
Yo. I almost can't say what I wanted to say. I'm like, I want to see a good showing, but like, he might as well have fought me, you know? And
you ain't get the email?
No, I didn't get the email. Damn. You know. But yeah, man. Shout out to him.
I got the email, but I was weighing too much.
See? They didn't want to do it at a catch weight.
Nah. He wanted me to come down to 140.
Weight drain you with a hydration clause. And boxing is just that funny, right?
Smoking mirrors, baby. Smoking
mirrors. So let's talk about this Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, because this, I guess this is supposed to be the big fight of the weekend, the crown jewel. It doesn't seem like it's been getting the due promotion, even with Teo jumping out on the ledge and talking about, and you covered this, you know, on one of the morning shows. You know, I'm going to have to kill Josh Taylor in the ring and all this. So, I mean, what are we doing? Smoke. I would go on a limb for sure. This is all smoke and mirrors. I don't even think mentally Teofimo is in the same space. And I'm not counting against him, but I'm counting the factors that weigh against him that I'm not really sure what you know. I would have to lean towards Taylor, honestly, because I got to lean towards who I perceive to be the better boxer. So I don't know. What you think?
Oh, I got something for you because the promotions gets even better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play something for you. Hopefully everybody can hear it. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. But this is an interview. It's 50 seconds. I'm going to give you a 50-second piece of it. I'm going to play it for you real quick. Hold on. Let me get it right now.
It's all right.
Because this right here is
to add context.
He says it right here. And it's the best thing that I feel like everyone needs to know.
Hold on. Let me get this right. Something just didn't. Okay, let's try it one more time.
He says it right here. And it's the best thing that I feel like everyone needs to know. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. So if I call you a nigga, I don't mean it in your color. I'm just saying, what up, nigga? You know, so many people are so insensitive about everything, and they all procrastinating on things like that, man. It's just like, put on your big boy pants. Y'all call Latinos spics and chicos, and we gotta eat that up. You know, y'all call white people crackers and all that. Like, hey, I'm not against any of y'all at all. I mean that. If anything, I'm here to help everybody know how to do it in a different way. I ain't trying to fight y'all because you guys got that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fight y'all because you guys got that.
Did you hear that, bro?
Yo, listen. And this all I gotta say to TEO. Because it's y'all. That's why it's you. So you keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I could belittle Teofimo Lopez, and he's sensitive. So he probably gonna see this when I say, but TEO, listen, you can't even get it right with your woman.
Ooh.
I'm just being real. Get it right with your woman before you trying to help the world. Help yourself. Help yourself. Help yourself and get it right with your family dynamic, because that's where it starts. You're not a part of the family that might be able to use that word if you want to use it in that way. And when you're talking about, you know, it just the racial epithets, champ, like it feel like you just sat up under Bob Arum knee, you know what I mean, and been drinking from Bob Arum's balls or something, because he sounds like Bob Arum Jr., you know?
Ooh.
Like you sound childish, man. You sound stupid, TEO. And I'm gonna make sure I clip this shit for the internet, because TEO, you sound like a complete idiot. You sound like an idiot. So
Yeah.
you know,
You can't use that word, TEO.
that ain't
you can't
true.
Use it, bro.
Just like you said, y'all. That's ours, champ. That's ours. You ain't part of this, y'all. So you can't use that. But go ahead.
Can't use it, bro. And I tell you what, once and it's out, it came out today. You know what I'm saying, on my man Mill City Boxing. But I tell you what, when everybody get to hearing it and you start sparring in the gym, trust me, they're gonna bust your head on that one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a coward. Oh man. So now we talk about Josh Taylor. And like, right? Yo, and it's a reason why I picked Josh Taylor.
Huh?
You know
Me too, bro. And I'm down for the Scottish.
Yo, because, and here's the thing, it's just something, I hate to go in that direction, but it's something different about the Europeans. And Josh Taylor has his own past, but when it comes to this fight game, like, yo, one thing Taylor's gonna do, he gonna come ready. He gonna come ready. If it was any chink in his armor, we would have seen it. The only chink that I see is the weight draining issues. So I could trust him on the boxing. TEO, all these conversations about everything except boxing, dude, you ain't it. You ain't it, man. So, you know, happy trails to you, Teofimo. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what Junior gonna do. He ain't gonna have no more clients, you know what I'm saying, when baby boy crash out, you know. So hey, it's always the bodega in Brooklyn, Junior. So
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be put on the chopped cheese this time, baby.
oh, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm glad you played that clip, man. I'm glad I got some ammunition going to the weekend, man. So and look, and this is what happens on that top ranked card. He's so mad because Shushu Carrington is on that card too. That's one of the blacks he's complaining about, right?
The blacks,
like
the group, baby.
Bruh, like, yo, the Beatles and then the blacks.
The blacks. Coming near you.
They're going to put the greatest hits on you. The blacks, my man.
Oh, man.
What an idiot, man. But yeah, man, anything else you see on that top-ranked card? We got Jermaine Ortiz on that top-ranked card, you know?
I like Jermaine Ortiz. I was just looking at him on the day, though, man. He looks real drained, bro, but he's a big kid.
Yeah.
He's a big kid. He looks pretty drained. I hope that he'd be able to rebound nicely, man, with this rehydration, to be hopefully honest, man. But I like the way the kid box, man. He has that sweet science down to a science, and he's a big kid. He's a big 140, man. And is it 135 or 140?
135.
135. Yeah, he's a big 135, man. He's even big for 140.
And
you
I
know
think
what I'm saying?
This is an audition, I think, for either Shakur or Keyshawn, you know. Again, it's scarce at 135. I don't care what they telling me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to know how the sausage is made, but you know what I mean? If you need halal and not haram, you need to know. So I'm telling you, you know, there's not enough. So they got Jermaine Ortiz. If he look real good, they're gonna give him to Shakur. If he looks so, they're going to give him to Keyshawn. And I don't say that to disrespect Jermaine, but like you said, how long can he stay at 135? He's a real big dude, you know? So, you know, or one of the wild cards over there at 135 as well, Raymond Murataya, you know, he's been on a nice little streak. So yeah, Top Rank got a good card this weekend. Another card I think has been getting a little bit, you know, cloudy, you know, and it's 3 title fights on this card, and 2 of them is women's boxing. The first one is Sunny Edwards right? He's defending his flyweight title against who's he got? Andres Campos. I don't know too much about Campos. I ain't gonna act like I be knowing the flyweight guys, but I know Sonny Edwards because again, something about them European dudes, they be trying to kick that blue-eyed soul, but he done shot his shot at Clarissa Shields several times. Can you believe that?
Yeah, which I don't get that whatsoever, man.
What's his deal? Is he trolling or is he, you know what I'm saying?
I think he got woman issues, man.
So Sonny Edwards, man, yeah, I guess he's trying to show his character, but I think he's really going to have to try to make an impression at flyweight if he wants to get that recognition. Even more importantly on that card, you got women's boxing, like I said, Shanika Johnson versus Ell Scotney. I happen to see Shanika Johnson's from Australia, and she is okay. So when it comes to Australia, let's just be real. They produce not only great fighters, they got lookers too. Ebony Bridges, Sky Nicholson, Shanika, a white girl named Shanika Johnson.
Shanika, right?
Okay?
I'm like, what?
It threw me off, you know.
Look. They spelled it with a C though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I say, yo, okay, but again, she's a title holder. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be a good bout. Now, Ell Scotney's on the way up as far as being a Team GB fighter. You know, national on a national team and getting that recognition. Women's boxing moves them fast. I don't know if you're familiar with either of these two ladies, but if you just had to pick, just based on what you see, not what you see, but what you see, who you got?
Well, you know, you got the champion coming to the challenger's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that tells me a little something right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to travel.
Yeah. And I think, you know, I mean, like the way it seems, and I'm being honest with my, you know, my instincts, it's getting set up for Scotney to win. She's like the B side, A side. But if Johnson can somehow pull it out, the one thing we know about boxing is sometimes we see Matchroom and Top Rank has been doing it as of late. They'll make they two, you know, they'll run them against each other. They don't carry two fighters but too long before they make them go in. So I could see if Shanika wins, it's kind of like, hey, Ellie, we gave you a shot. This don't mean you out, but you know, we going this way. Maybe that'll help Shanika build a larger fan base because they don't tend to do a lot of boxing in Australia. So, you know, either way, man, I think this is going to be
not with the females.
Not with the females. Definitely not. Yeah. Definitely not. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And also on that card, these are some familiar names for those, you know, I'm in the know. Nina Hughes, she got a belt at 5-0. She's in there against Shannon Courtney. Now, Shannon Courtney was the one who originally defeated Ebony Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like Ebony Bridges, when she jumped out in her first title fight, she lost to Shannon Courtney. Shannon Courtney ended up losing her title, but then she bounced back, and now she's in there challenging. I don't know, man. I think Nina Hughes is going to get her. I think Nina Hughes is on the rise. Like I said, 5-0. I think she won a belt in a sixth bout, and she's just fresher. You know what I'm saying? She ain't been in as many championship wars. I know some people think that's a lack of experience, but to me, that's an advantage. But, you know, do you know anything about any of these two girls?
No, I'm going to take your lead on this one, brother. You know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson about going against you when it comes to the women boxing, brother.
Yeah,
so, yeah. I stick with what you say, you know what I'm saying, until I get better in that area.
No, definitely, man. So what I'm going to tell you to look out for is Shannon Courtney. She gets a little sloppy towards the later rounds, towards the end of the fight. I mean, you know, she can gas a little bit. Nina Hughes, you know, to me, we haven't seen her enough in those, you know, wars or against, you know, as stiff competition. So this is going to be like a step up fight that she can win, but she can also be upset. So this is going to be one to watch. Definitely, man. On that card as well, you got some heavyweight guys, well, cruiserweight guys on there. You got Siobhan Clark.
You got David Jamison.
And David Jamison. Siobhan Clark is a former Olympian. They call him C4. And, you know, it's going to be a little showcase fight. But to me, this whole card, you know, a lot of people don't like the zone, don't rock with it. But this, you know, if I was a paying customer, as I am, wink, wink, this is great. And this should be promoted a little more. I think people stateside, if they could get access to this, if they could see through all the smoke and mirrors, this will be very entertaining, man. Plus, it come on in the middle of the day. You'll have the rest of your Saturday, man. So get in tune, ladies and gentlemen. You heard?
Yeah, I loved having the fights in the middle of the day, man, because it helps the wait for this evening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, we already know we got the Teofimo Lopez on that one. I forgot to mention Xander Zayas on that card as well. So,
Yeah.
you know,
but we know how that's going to play out.
Because if it was supposed to happen like it should, Xander would be in there against Jahai Tucker. But for some reason, wink, wink, Bob is cooking. He's saving that meal for something else, man. But Jahai hungry, man. That boy hungry. He hungry.
He want to put it on a better undercard.
Absolutely. So, you know, let's hope that one marinates, as the Bob father would say. But as far as evening action, we do got a little something as well. And I'm not really a fan. The Golden Boy cards, they don't really have enough meat on the bone for me. They're not appetizing at all, you know. So in the main event, you got Jaime, Jaime Breastfed Munguia?
Oh my goodness.
Because that boy ain't been in there with nobody. They ain't trying to get him to fight nobody, but all of a sudden.
Is he 50-0 yet?
They're working him there. What is he, like 44, 45-0?
Man, if you're talking about somebody in the PC, you know what I'm saying? If some people ain't familiar what that is, that's protected custody in jail. He is definitely the face for protected custody, man. They don't let this guy fight anybody. I'm surprised they got him fighting Devachenko, to be truthfully honest, but only because he's a little old in the tooth now.
That's all, because I don't even remember the last time he fought, but I think the last time I seen him was when he fought Charlo, right?
Yeah.
And look,
that we can remember.
You know, so yeah, maybe he might have slipped in the fight over in Russia or something like that, but he hasn't really been in any competitive bouts enough. But here, Golden Boy and Oscar going to find him, dig him up, dust him off, and serve him to Jaime Munguia, man. But this is terrible, and that's why I don't have much faith in Jaime Munguia. I don't really know how good of a fighter he is. It could be, however, right? This is my optimism. Maybe because they got Mosley Jr. versus Demetrius Ballard on the undercard. And is there any way that Mosley Jr. gets a sniff at Munguia, or are they saving? Is that Oscar's bargaining chip to get some big fight, or what? What do you think about that?
It depends how bad Mosley looks. If he looks bad, yeah, he'll get the fight.
Damn, if he looks bad, not if he looks good. Damn, I had to listen to that. That's why I repeated it. Damn.
You gotta look bad and win.
Just so they can say it's competitive by the time they make it.
It's the name that sells it.
That's where you put the fucking hoof in the sausage, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What you talk about, the smoke and mirrors. It's so funny how you mentioned smoke and mirrors, because when I did my show today, we mentioned that word so many times, smokes and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? So we both on the same one accord. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And you know, and I hope that somebody, you know, gets an opportunity just to kind of unmask Jaime Munguia. I don't know if Oscar would really, I feel like just what you said, man. Mosley looks bad. They line him up with Munguia, and then maybe he tries to bait who into a fight. Who knows, man? Maybe he tries to, I don't know.
They're not going to allow him to fight anybody name-wise until everything is built up and it's good money.
True.
They'll like to, only way they'll put him in there with Charlo. Charlo came off a real good fight, you know what I mean? And it's a top dollar event where they can cash him out good because they know what they got.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And they can cash him out good and get some good money. But other than that, man, they're gonna, you know how Golden Boy does. You see, Oscar just sent a tweet to Adrian Broner. He said, "Good luck, Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? Win this fight, and we can talk about a fight against Ryan."
Yeah.
They know what to sell.
Yeah. And Oscar
Smoking
got
mirrors, man. Smoking
Oscar
mirrors, man.
Oscar got Ryan out there on that stroll, in them pumps, in that dress, working,
Stilettos and everything, baby.
working. He don't care. He know he told him he got him out there.
On the whole stroll. This game is brutal, baby. It's brutal. Peddling flesh.
For real. You've used that phrase many times and none more truer, you know.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it back in the day, back in the 20s and the 30s, man. They called it peddling flesh. Yeah, it's an old term, man, how they call the boxing game. Because that's all they doing, peddling flesh. They look at them no more than just flesh.
That's deep, man.
It's heavy, ain't it?
Man, well,
that's
listen,
the game we love, baby.
And that's the thing. We love it so much, you know, if we can try to, you know, get these fans to understand why it's important to show respect to what these fighters are doing. You know what I'm saying? So when they get out there and they just looking like this guy's a bum, or why isn't this fight happening? You know, what we do helps them to understand how nasty this game can be. But, you know, the bright side of it is that you have people like us and the people that watch. And if we keep, you know, I don't know if we can exactly change the system, but we can let them know when we throwing tomatoes at them, when we approve and disapprove, right? So if Adrian Broner don't do good this weekend, I don't know if you can get us to support you, champ. We got to hold you accountable, but we also rooting for you. That's why we on here talking, right?
No doubt. And I'm going to tell you, man, on my show this morning, man, you know, I made a stand. I said, man, us as hardcores, man, we got to start speaking the truth, man. And we got to stop paying for poop. That's my new thing right there. Stop paying for poop. You know what I'm saying? It's pay per poop. That's what we got right now, man. You know, and we keep paying. As long as we keep paying, they're going to keep giving it to us. But we got to finally get to the point where we say, I ain't paying for that shit no more. I'm not paying for it no more. You know, and when we started doing that, then we're going to start getting the real fights that we really want. But until then, we're going to keep on getting that girl to like cheating on us.
And I don't like going behind nobody. So let's stop paying for
poop. Man.
Let's stop, y'all. Let's stop. Listen, we're gonna stop it right here too. I think we had so much action to cover. Guys, tune in to this one. Tune into all the action. It's Friday. It's Saturday. That Saturday's gonna be a long day. So please get in tune. Yo, thank you for joining me, big bro. Let them know where they can find you one more time before we get up out of here.
Man, you can catch us on YouTube, Hardcore Boxing News, 8 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday. We're going to be bringing Saturday and Sunday into the click soon. And I'm also on Instagram. You know, it's Hardcore Boxing News 51. Whatever you do, stop paying for poop.
Stop paying for poop, y'all. We out of here.
My guy.